Description of a sales contract based on Cyprus law. A sales contract under Cyprus law is a legal agreement between two parties, typically a seller and a buyer, governed by the Cyprus Contracts Law, Cap. 149. This law is based on principles derived from English common law and governs the creation, interpretation, and enforcement of contracts in Cyprus. A sales contract is specifically used to formalize the transfer of ownership of goods or services from the seller to the buyer in exchange for monetary consideration or another agreed form of payment. Key features of a sales contract under Cyprus law. 1. Formation of the contract. For a sales contract to be valid under Cyprus law, it must meet the following criteria. Offer and acceptance. One party must make an offer to sell goods, and the other must accept it. Consideration. There must be an agreed payment or exchange of value between the parties. Legal capacity. Both parties must have the legal capacity to enter into a contract, e.g., age and mental competence. Intention to create legal relations. The parties must intend for the agreement to be legally binding. Certainty. The terms of the contract, such as the description of goods, price, and delivery, must be clear. 2. Governing law. Sales contracts in Cyprus are governed by the Cyprus Contracts Law, Cap. 149, which is aligned with English common law principles. The sale of goods is also regulated by specific provisions in the Sale of Goods Law, Cap. 267, which provides additional rules on the transfer of ownership, warranties, and remedies for breaches. 3. Obligations of the parties. Seller's obligations. Deliver the goods or services as agreed in the contract. Ensure that the goods conform to the agreed description, quality, and specifications. Transfer ownership of the goods to the buyer free of any encumbrances. Buyer's obligations. Pay the agreed purchase price, either upon delivery or as per the payment terms specified in the contract. Accept and inspect the goods upon delivery. 4. Key terms in a sales contract. A sales contract typically includes the following terms. Description of goods/services, detailed specifications of the goods being sold. Price, the agreed purchase price and any applicable taxes or charges. Payment terms, the method and timeline for payment, e.g., upfront, installments, or upon delivery. Delivery terms, the delivery location, timeline, and who bears the risk during transportation. Warranties, guarantees regarding the quality and condition of the goods. Remedies for breach, steps to be taken if either party fails to fulfill their obligations. 5. Remedies for breach. If one party breaches the contract, the non-breaching party is entitled to remedies under Cyprus law, which may include specific performance, forcing the breaching party to perform their obligations, e.g., delivering the goods. Damages, financial compensation to cover losses caused by the breach. Rescission, terminating the contract and restoring the parties to their original positions. 6. Dispute resolution. Disputes arising from a sales contract in Cyprus can be resolved through litigation in the Cyprus courts or through alternative dispute resolution, ADR, methods such as arbitration or mediation. The contract may specify the method of dispute resolution in the governing law, usually Cyprus law. 7. Governing principles. Contracts in Cyprus are interpreted based on the principle of freedom of contract, meaning the parties have wide discretion in deciding the terms of their agreement. The courts will prioritize the intention of the parties as expressed in the contract. However, certain provisions, such as those relating to consumer protection or unfair terms, are regulated by Cyprus and EU law to ensure fairness. Importance of a sales contract in Cyprus. A sales contract provides legal certainty and protects the rights of both the seller and the buyer. By clearly outlining the terms and conditions of the transaction, the contract minimizes the risk of disputes and ensures that both parties understand their obligations. It serves as a legally binding document that can be enforced in court if necessary, making it an essential tool in commercial transactions in Cyprus.